What is up? What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's having a great day. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the stream, guys. We have an update today on XRP Ripple case. Brad Garlinghouse speaks. I think it's important that he comes out and speaks, and he lets the people know exactly what Ripple's thinking and how they're approaching things, and what their thought process is on the Hinman emails and about the whole process moving forward. I'm going to play for you guys exactly what he said. And then what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll let you guys know my thoughts on what he said and my thoughts on where the whole XRP case is headed, and when we could possibly get there, and some possible, predictions. I know everybody's got predictions all over about what XRP is going to do as far as a price point wise. We may get into a little bit of that, but let's go ahead and listen to what Brad had to say.
Hi, I'm Brad Garlinghouse. As many of you know, I don't often make videos like this, but then again, not every week has been like this one. A few days ago, after 2 years, 7 court orders, and over $100 million in legal bills, the Hinman speech documents, including internal SEC emails and comments leading up to this now infamous 2018 speech, they've finally been unsealed. Hinman's speech created new factors to determine if a token becomes sufficiently decentralized to no longer be considered a security. At best, these documents show that senior officials at the SEC couldn't agree on the law and told Bill Hinman directly he would confuse the public even more about the rules for crypto. At worst, they show that Hinman deliberately ignored the law, and he tried to create new laws, something only Congress can do. And while he was a public servant, Hinman received millions of dollars of payments from his law firm, which was part of an alliance with others that had a vested interest in this speech. This speech isn't about any one token or any one blockchain. This is about showing the extent to which the SEC has relentlessly pursued enforcement actions against crypto players while professing fake open arms and calls to come in and register, all the while lying about their so-called guidance. As some of you may know, Ripple spent years proactively engaging with the SEC. I personally met with Jay Clayton and Bill Hinman with no lawyer present. Why would I need a lawyer if we were all coming together in good faith? We answered every question they had, and not once did they suggest to me that XRP was a security. We were fully transparent, not knowing they would then use this information against us. The SEC hit us with a surprise Wells notice saying they were considering suing us for breaking securities laws and still refused to provide specifics. To those that have recently been hit with their own Wells notices and lawsuits, this likely sounds all too familiar. When the lawsuit did drop against us, days before Christmas, a very Grinch-like touch, they made it personal. They sued Chris Larson and they sued myself, alleging we should have known all along that XRP was a security. You can now see plain as day, they couldn't even agree amongst themselves. And to me, it still seems like they can't. What we saw play out in our case is exactly what's still happening. The SEC is looking to kill crypto innovation in the United States, and its current chair, an unelected bureaucrat, I might add, is weaponizing the lack of regulatory clarity to exert jurisdiction over the entire crypto space. This is the definition of putting politics over people. It's the pursuit of power over sound policy. The SEC tried to bully us into acquiescing. Thankfully, we have had the resources to fight back. And now we can all see what they've fought so hard to hide. They knowingly created confusion about the rules, and they used that confusion to regulate through enforcement. That's bad faith, plain and simple. Ultimately, as our lawsuit comes to a close, for so many others, it's just starting. The fight for clarity has to continue. I'm just going to conclude by saying to my colleagues here at Ripple, to my family, my friends, everyone who has supported us over the past 2.5 years, and certainly to the whole of the XRP Army, a very heartfelt and a very genuine thank you for that support.
Yeah. So as you guys can see there, Brad Garlinghouse was pretty straight up and pretty straightforward about what he had to say. You know, he tried to meet. You know, this same song and dance has been played over time and time again, and we hear it from company after company that's being sued by the SEC. They've tried to do the right thing with the SEC. They tried to meet with them. They try to talk to them. They try to give them information. They try to work collaboratively with them, and they were met with resistance all along the way. If not resistance, then a Wells notice, right? So Ripple's story is no different than Binance's story. That's no different than Coinbase's story. That's no different than Kraken's story. That's no different from insert lawsuit here, right? So where there's smoke, there's fire, and so obviously this is going on. So I'm glad that Ripple had the resources to go ahead and take this case on with the XRP Army and take this case on against the SEC because without people like Ripple, without people like Coinbase that are willing to fight the fight, then we will never get clarity into what cryptocurrency is. So big shout out to XRP, the XRP Army, Ripple, Brad, everybody else for staying there in the fight. And I do believe that this case is closer to the end than it is the beginning. I believe that this case was going to be wrapped up here pretty soon. And when you look at the Hinman emails, it just goes to show you that the SEC knew, like Brad said, that this speech was going to create more confusion in the market. And they not only pushed this speech, but they put it on their website. They touted the speech as being the one where cryptocurrency, got some clarity from their perspective, right? They really touted the speech. So, I mean, when you look at everything that happened behind the scenes, and they knew it wasn't regulatory compliant, what Hinman was saying, they knew they couldn't back it up, and they knew that it would bring more, that it would muddy the waters even more. It lets you know that there's a lot more at play than what's going on and what's being said out front. So big, big, big props to Brad for coming out with this video and fighting the fight for cryptocurrency. Like he said, there's many more to come, and there's more fights to be fought. And you're seeing that right now with Binance. You're seeing it with Coinbase. You've seen it with Kraken. And I'm pretty sure this isn't going to be the end of it. So, I hope Brad assists these guys in their fight, helps these guys in their fight, and gives them any advice that he can. I know he will. I know the Ripple community will. I know the XRP Army will stand strong, and I do see a $10 XRP coming our way pretty soon, guys. So just hang on in there. And with that, go ahead and like this video, share this out, subscribe to this channel, and that subscribe button is free for you. Means a lot for me. I really appreciate it. So I appreciate all the help I could get. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, but go ahead and hit that sub button. Brad, great video. XRP Army, way to stay strong, and appreciate every single one of you guys. And you guys have a great day.